Hello children, welcome to AIMS India's online classes. This is biology session. You are watching Microbial World part 2. So in part 1 we have discussed about what are microorganisms, what is the habitat of microorganisms, and what are the types of microorganisms, that is classification of microorganisms. Microorganisms are basically divided into how many types, children? 5. They are categorized into 5 different groups. What are they? Bacteria, algae, protozoa, fungi, and viruses, isn't it? So, and we discussed briefly about the bacteria. In today's class, more details about the bacteria, algae, one by one we will discuss. Okay. So, what are the bacteria? Bacteria are unicellular, they are simplest or smallest single celled prokaryotic organisms which are everywhere, present everywhere, okay, and their size is greatly vary, that is very small, 0.2 to 100 microns. What is the size of 1 micron, children? 1 micron is equal to 1 by thousandth of millimeter. 1 by thousandth of millimeter is 1 micron. So, the size of bacteria is 0.2 to 100 micron size, very small. Can we see bacteria with our naked eyes? No, isn't it? We can't see the bacteria with our naked eye. We can see only with the help of a microscope. Okay. Let us proceed. Types of bacteria. There are many different types of bacteria and have species, and each species has its own particular shape, size, and the conditions in which it can survive and grow. Okay. Some have whip like or hair like which lash from side to side for movement, and they are called flagella. The bacteria are named according to their shape. The 3 most common bacterial cell shapes are spherical, rod shape, spiral or curved shape. The spherical shaped bacteria are known as cocci. Cocci means plural, coccus means singular, and the rod shaped bacteria are known as bacilli, singular, bacillus. Okay. And the curved shaped bacteria, they are known as spirilla, spiral shaped. Okay. So, these bacteria based on the shape, actually it was classified by a scientist by name Cohn, C-O-H-N. A bacteriologist divided the bacteria into 4 groups: spherical, coccus bacteria, example Micrococcus, Streptococcus. Rod shaped bacteria called bacillus, example Bacillus, Lactobacillus, Pseudomonas, and spiral or corkscrew shaped spirillum bacteria, example Spirillum. Comma shaped bacteria are known as Vibrio, they are incomplete spiral shaped. The group of cells with a fixed number in a colony are called as Yersinia. Yersinia type bacteria means group of bacteria. Based on the ability of bacteria to retain the specific strain, okay, that is staining. Staining means adding some color to observe clearly under the microscope. Bacterial staining. Okay. Christian Graham was a scientist who introduced the method. Based on stain or gram stain, that is called the gram stain. The bacteria are divided into 2 types: gram positive bacteria and gram negative bacteria. Gram positive bacteria retain the stain, while gram negative bacteria do not retain gram stain. Okay. The difference in retention of stain is due to difference in the chemical composition of their cell wall. Okay. Salmonella, Spirillum, Escherichia coli, these are all gram positive bacteria, while Staphylococcus and Streptococcus are gram negative bacteria. Okay. The process of this gram stain was developed by a Danish scientist by name Christian Gram. Okay. Now come to the uses of bacteria. The structure is very simple. Nutrition in bacteria, if you see, the most bacteria are unable to synthesize their own food and hence they are heterotrophic, and some of the bacteria can synthesize their own food, they are autotrophic bacteria. For example, blue green algae or the sulfur bacteria or purple bacteria, green sulfur bacteria, they can synthesize their own food by chemotrophic nutrition. Okay. Chemotrophic bacteria are classified based on the inorganic substances they oxidize to obtain energy for food synthesis. They are sulfur bacteria found in sulfur springs, iron bacteria found in iron rich marshes, and nitrifying bacteria found in the soil as decomposers on decaying organic matter. Okay, these bacteria are useful in nutrient cycles. Okay, let us go for the uses of bacteria. The beneficial uses of bacteria include production of traditional foods such as yogurt, cheese and vinegar, the biotechnology and the genetic engineering, and in these also for the production of insulin, like that certain bacteria are used. Okay, producing the substances such as drugs and vitamins, the agriculture, fiber retting, human and animal digestion, and the biological control of some pests. Okay, bacteria by name Bacillus thuringiensis is a bacteria. It can be used as a biopesticide, okay, which can kill the pests. Next, the harmful effects of bacteria. If you take the harmful bacteria, means a pathogenic bacteria that cause disease in humans and animals. Some common bacterial human diseases are cholera, diphtheria, pneumonia, tetanus and tuberculosis, TB. Okay, some bacteria cause diseases in plants also. The diseases like black rot of cabbage and fire blight of pears, okay, they are caused by bacteria. So, along with the beneficial importance of bacteria, they also have some harmful effects on human body. Some bacterial species are the source of causing diseases like typhoid fever, tuberculosis, cholera, syphilis and even food poisoning, foodborne illness. Streptococcus bacteria causes throat infection, and some Streptococcus species are even fatal, cause death also. Okay. So, the bacteria also spoil the food and make the food unfit for consumption. Meat rotting is brought about by the growth of bacteria on meat. If the food is canned improperly, it may lead to growth of anaerobic bacteria which produce toxins and lead to dangerous diseases such as botulism. If such food is consumed, Salmonella enters the body through contaminated meat and eggs and causes severe digestive disease. Spoilage of milk is also due to the growth of bacteria. Heating the milk several times and storing under low temperature may prevent growth of bacteria. Okay, that is pasteurization technique. So, useful bacteria, many bacteria are also useful to human beings. They also play an important role in the ecosystem. Some of the useful activities of the bacteria, we know that the dead remains of plants and animals are converted to the process of decomposition by bacteria into simple chemical substances. Okay. The bacteria present in our digestive system, okay, it also help the bacteria residing in the intestine use the food, in return provide us with certain vitamins necessary for normal growth and development, vitamin K, vitamin B12. Okay. Even the digestive system of ruminants, this bacteria, okay, flagellated protozoans and its bacteria helps in the digestion of cellulose by producing cellulase enzyme. Okay, bacteria in agricultural industry, bacteria in the industry, ridding of the fibers, curing of cheese, tobacco and tea, production of vinegar, formation of curd, that is lactobacillus bacteria, formation of curd, production of the fuels, treatment of sewage. Like this, the bacteria, okay, help in many ways. Okay. Now come to the next category, next important type of microorganism, fungi. Fungi are unicellular or multicellular. They are saprophytic or parasitic organisms. Mushrooms, blue-green patches on rotten orange, greyish patches on the stale bread, greenish patches on the old and damp shoes during rainy season, or they are all of different types of fungi. Okay, they may be called as molds, mushrooms, okay, with different names. So let us see. The fungi are plant-like organisms that do not contain chlorophyll and therefore unable to make their own food. They are heterotrophic. The fungi are either saprophytes or parasitic in their nutrition. They are found in all environments where suitable organic matter is present. They grew on food, fruit juices, etc. The fungi can thrive in dark, moist places, and most of them tolerate a greater temperature variation than bacteria. Warmness stimulates the growth of many fungi. The cell wall of the fungi is made up of tough substance, chitin. Okay. Fungi have the cell wall made up of special material called chitin. They are often considered as the plants, but they differ from the plants in many ways. They lack chlorophyll and hence they are non-green. They are heterotrophic organisms. The chemical composition of cell wall of the fungi is also different from that of plants. In plants, the cellulose is the material with which cell wall is made up of, while in fungi it is chitinous. Okay. The types of fungi and structure of fungi. The fungi are found in both unicellular and multicellular forms. The multicellular forms appear as long threads. It is termed as hyphae. The hyphae grow in close association with each other and form a interwoven mass termed as mycelium. You have to remember these terms, children. Hyphae, mycelium. Okay. The body of the fungi, it is called hyphae. Hyphae consisting of mycelia. The unicellular, yeast, multicellular molds and mushrooms are three commonly occurring forms or types of fungi. Okay, yeast and molds are microscopic, while mushroom are big enough in size to be seen with the naked eyes. They are macroscopic. Okay. So, the fungi may be unicellular or multicellular. There are four main types of fungi. Yeast, it is a single celled fungus. Each cell contains a nucleus and a vacuole. Mildews, these are also unicellular fungi. Molds are the multicellular fungi. Okay, you have to remember these terms, children. Mildews, molds, mushrooms, these are all the types of fungi. Molds are multicellular fungi. They consist of a network of branching threads. They are called fungal hyphae, together called as a mycelium. Molds, they also have root-like structures, but not true roots. They are called rhizoids, which extends into the food and absorb the nutrients. They produce a spore case or sporangium in which thousands of the spores are produced. Next category is mushrooms. Mushrooms are multicellular fungi formed from interwoven hyphae. They can be seen growing on bread wood. Actually, mushrooms grow on dead wood In the rainy season you can find these mushrooms, and some of the mushrooms are edible, okay, eatable. Edible means eatable. Next, so you know, parasitic fungi infect other living organisms like plants and animals, that is they are the host and absorb the food materials from the host body. The crop plants suffer due to fungal diseases leading to entire loss of produce. Example, potato blight disease, wheat rust disease, smut disease of maize. These are all the harmful effects. The saprophytic fungi obtain food from dead and decaying materials. Example, molds growing on the stale food, fungi living in the soil. They are examples of the saprophytic fungi. Okay. And useful, how fungi are useful. You know, yeast, without yeast there is no bakeries. Okay. Yeasts are used in bread making or bread baking and alcoholic beverages, brewing alcoholic beverages. Other fungi are used in the fermenting a wide variety of the foods, including soya sauce, temp and cheeses. Okay. Some mushrooms are consumed as delicacies, raw or cooked. Yeasts are used as a source of amino acids and protein in humans and farm animals, and fungi produce antibiotics. They are very important. The harmless fungi can be used to control pathogenic bacteria and insect pests on crops. Fungi compete with bacteria for nutrients and space, and they parasitize insects that eat plants. Okay. The fungi reduce the need of pesticides and other toxic chemicals, and they are the major source of citric acid, vitamin C. They produce antibiotics such as penicillin, which has saved countless lives. They can be genetically engineered to produce insulin and other human hormones. They are model research organisms, we can say. Okay, yeast is used in the bakery industry for uncooked dough to raise. The yeast raise and produce the carbon dioxide, which is trapped as bubbles in raw dough, leading to its raising and making the bread light and porous after baking. Okay, that is why it is called baking yeast. Yeast is also used in alcohol industry for the production of wine and beer from fruit juices or barley. The fermentation of the sugars from the substrates leads to formation of wine and beer. Fermentation process, the conversion of sugars into alcohol. And the fungi like aspergillus and penicillium, they are used in the dairy industry to impart different flavors to cheeses. Okay. The production of citric acid at industrial levels is brought about by the fungus aspergillus. The diseases caused by the fungi, if you take the fungi can cause spoilage of food, growth of mold on food, makes it unfit for human consumption. A number of fungi are parasites and cause diseases in plants like rusts, smuts, okay, and even in the animals also. Many of these damage our food crops like potato. The disease caused in the potato, that is blight disease of potato, mildew, rusts, ringworm and athlete's foot are some of the common diseases caused by the fungi in plants and animals. Okay, mildews, rusts and blight or the plant diseases. Ringworm and athlete's foot are the some common diseases which we can observe in animals caused by fungi. Okay. Next, algae. What are algae? The term like pond scums, seaweeds refer to the organisms termed as algae. Algae are simple plant-like organisms whose cells contain chlorophyll and photosynthesize like higher plants. they are autotrophic in nature. Algae are aquatic, and they are often classified with plants since they contain chlorophyll and cell walls. Unlike plants, they do not have leaves, stems and roots, means there is no differentiation. The plant body is differentiated into root system, shoot system, but these are lower group. So, they are not in algae, there is no differentiation, and we will not find the structures like leaves, stem and roots. Algae are the principal food producers in water environment. It may be the river, pond, lake or sea. They are called the producers. They produce food. Algae and algae aquatic organisms found in freshwater, marine water or on moist soil, moist tree barks, etc. Some algae are found in snow and hot water springs also. The symbiotic algae also occurs in the bodies of other living organisms like lichens. Lichens are the symbiotic association between the algae and fungi. Okay, algae can be unicellular motile, unicellular non-motile or colonial motile, colonial non-motile, filamentous, multicellular, etc. Okay. They show wide variety of their habit. They are as important as grasses on land. Okay. So, here one algae, unicellular algae, Chlamydomonas. These are unicellular microscopic, which form like seaweeds. Kelps can reach the several meters in length. The unicellular forms may take several shapes like spherical, oval, rod shape, spindle shape. Okay. Multicellular forms may even form plant like bodies also. Kelps you can take. Okay. Here unicellular Chlamydomonas, this is okay, it possesses a contractile vacuole and it possesses vacuoles, nucleus, Golgi bodies, chloroplasts are present, pyrenoids, the stored food materials are present, starch grains, okay, and here the chloroplasts, it is a characteristic feature. These algae habitat, if you take or habit, they live in the groups or colonies often in the water. Some algae cling to rocks in fast moving water or waterfalls or along the sea coast. Tiny single celled forms may float in the water in such quantities that they give it a green color. Okay. For example, if you take the diatoms in the sea, they are called floating postures of sea. Some of the algae, they settle at the bottom while others swim around like animals. Still others thrive on wet soil and even grow on the moist bark of trees. Okay. There are many kinds of algae, unicellular and multicellular, with the sizes ranging from 1 micron to 60 micron. Okay. They are of different shapes based on the major pigment and the color due to other pigments. Algae are classified as green algae, red algae, brown algae, golden brown algae, okay, based on the pigment present in them. Algae can be green algae, blue green algae, red algae, yellow algae or golden algae, etc. Golden brown algae also. Example, if you take green algae, Chlamydomonas here, this is a green algae because chlorophyll is present, green pigment. Spirogyra, Chlorella, Volvox, these are all green algae. Blue green algae, Nostoc, Anabina, Oscillatoria. Okay. Brown algae example Fucus laminaria. Red algae example Polysiphonia. Golden brown algae example diatoms. Blue green algae example cyanobacteria. Okay. They get the color due to the presence of the pigment other than chlorophyll. Okay. Next, so this is about the algae, and uses of algae, if you come to the economic importance, this is very, very important. Okay. So, algae can make water unfit. So, that is harmful effect. If you take the usefulness of algae, diatoms on the earth is used in making the glass, toothpaste, polish papers, filters. Nitrogen fixing blue green algae is used as a biofertilizer to increase the soil fertility, about 625 kg of nitrogen is estimated to be fixed by blue green algae in paddy fields of 1 square kilometer area. Okay. Food chain in water bodies start with algae, since they are producers in aquatic ecosystems. Okay. Chlorella, ulva and porphyra are used as food. The seaweeds are considered as delicacies in China and Japan. Okay. So, algae are an unlimited source of wholesome and nutritious food. In China and Japan, mainly the types of seaweeds are consumed as food. The algae are the source of oxygen necessary for the aquatic life. In certain parts of the world, red algae are used in the preparation of gelatins and also ice cream. Okay, there is one algae by name spirulina. Okay, it is used as a protein source. Agar agar and red alga is a base for the culture medium for bacteria in laboratories and hospitals. Chlorella is a single celled spherical green alga that has been the subject for the research in the study of photosynthesis and also as a source of human food, chlorella. Okay, children, these are some of the uses. Even the algae can make water unfit for drinking purposes, means the harmful effects. Excess algal growth forms algal blooms, which leads to stagnation of water. Some algae produce chemicals toxic to fishes as well as human beings and may be life threatening also. Okay. Anyhow, but very less harmful effects are there regarding the algae. Okay. Okay, children, hope you understood. Thank you for watching our video. Please subscribe our channel and press the bell icon for receiving latest updates.